Moscow, a city steeped in history and crowned with colorful onion domes, often tops the list of must-see destinations. Travelers dream of exploring iconic landmarks like Red Square and the Kremlin, picturing themselves strolling through charming streets. However, the reality of a visit to Moscow can often clash with these romanticized notions. Instead of a warm embrace, tourists are met with a harsh reality check. From baffling navigation to unfriendly locals, the city presents a unique set of challenges that can leave even the most seasoned traveler feeling frustrated and disillusioned. Online reviews paint a telling picture of this disconnect between expectation and experience. Tourists often arrive with high hopes, only to leave feeling as though the city failed to live up to its reputation. Complaints range from the logistical, such as the lack of English signage and the difficulty in navigating public transportation, to the cultural, with many citing unfriendly locals and a pervasive sense of coldness. While every traveler's experience is subjective, the sheer volume of negative reviews suggests that Moscow might not be the ideal destination for everyone. One of the most common complaints from tourists visiting Moscow is the language barrier. Unlike many other major European cities, English is not widely spoken in Moscow. This can make even the simplest tasks, such as ordering food or asking for directions, a daunting challenge. Tourists often find themselves resorting to hand gestures and pointing, which can be frustrating and ineffective. Many online reviews highlight the lack of English signage as a major issue. Navigating the metro system, for example, can feel like deciphering a cryptic code. Even finding your way around major tourist attractions can be a struggle without being able to understand basic signs and directions. This language barrier can make tourists feel isolated and unwelcome, adding an extra layer of stress to their trip. Another common gripe among tourists visiting Moscow is the feeling of being overcharged or taken advantage of. From inflated taxi fares to overpriced souvenirs, it seems there's a tourist tax applied to almost everything. This can leave visitors feeling cheated and resentful, especially when they perceive locals as being unhelpful or even hostile towards their plight. While it's true that every major city has its share of scammers and opportunistic individuals, the problem seems to be more pronounced in Moscow. Tourists often report feeling like easy targets, particularly when it comes to transactions involving money. Whether it's a taxi driver taking the scenic route or a street vendor inflating prices, these experiences can leave a sour taste in the mouths of visitors and tarnish their overall impression of the city. Section 4. Decoding the city public transport and navigation. Navigating Moscow's public transportation system can be an adventure in itself and not always a pleasant one. While the metro system is undeniably efficient and aesthetically impressive, with its ornate stations and intricate murals, it can be a nightmare for non-Russian speakers to navigate. The lack of clear English signage and announcements makes it easy to get lost, and deciphering the Cyrillic alphabet adds an extra layer of complexity. Even with the help of a map or a translation app, finding the right platform, understanding the fare system, and navigating the often crowded stations can be a stressful experience. While locals might find the metro system intuitive and easy to use, for tourists, it can feel like an insurmountable obstacle course. This difficulty in navigating the city can detract from the overall enjoyment of the trip, leaving visitors feeling frustrated and exhausted. Section 5. Glimmers of Hope. Finding the silver lining. Despite the numerous challenges, it's important to acknowledge that Moscow does have its redeeming qualities. The city boasts an impressive collection of historical and cultural treasures, from the iconic Red Square and the Kremlin to the magnificent St. Basil's Cathedral and the Bolshoi Theater. Art lovers will find themselves in awe of the Pushkin Museum and the Tretyakov Gallery, while history buffs can delve into the city's rich past at the State Historical Museum. Beyond the major tourist attractions, Moscow offers a glimpse into a different way of life. The city has a palpable energy and a sense of history that is hard to ignore. Exploring the back streets and local markets can be an adventure in itself, offering a glimpse into the everyday lives of Muscovites. However, these positive aspects often get overshadowed by the logistical and cultural barriers that many tourists encounter. Section 6. A city of contrasts. The final verdict. Moscow is a city of stark contrasts, a place where breathtaking beauty and rich history collide with logistical nightmares and a palpable sense of coldness. While the city offers a wealth of cultural and historical treasures, The challenges of navigating the language barrier, deciphering public transportation, and overcoming the feeling of being constantly overcharged can overshadow the positive aspects of the experience. For travelers seeking a hassle-free, tourist-friendly destination, Moscow might not be the ideal choice. However, for those who are willing to embrace the challenge, to step outside their comfort zone and experience a different pace of life, Moscow can be a rewarding, albeit demanding destination. Just be prepared to face the frustrations head-on, and don't expect the warm welcome you might find in other European cities. Moscow, it seems, is a city that keeps its secrets well guarded, revealing its treasures only to those patient and persistent enough to uncover them.